our Tuesday evening limited stream where we'll be playing some Vintage Cube. We are live on Twitch, not live on YouTube, but coming to you later in YouTube with this nice Vintage Cube draft. And Andrew, I assume we're going to take a card from the Power 9.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to take Mox Pearl here. Not too much to say about that. I mean, this honestly is a pretty strong pack. I'm pretty happy to first pick Fastbond most of the time.
Yeah.
I really like the lands decks these days, and I also just like it with random draw 7s.
Uh-huh.
I think Urza is quite a good reason to draft the Artifacts deck. It just makes a ton of mana in addition to getting value on its own. Also, totally reasonable first pick. Obviously, we're not taking either over Mox, but
yeah.
We'll be slightly sad to pass those. This pack is honestly pretty shallow beyond those three. I don't expect to wheel anything of note.
Okay.
Sometimes I would note here this card's gonna come back. We should keep that in mind.
Sure.
Here, there's not really anything like that. We're basically just taking this Mox and getting garbage on the wheel.
Yep.
All right. And now there's this pack. Not the most exciting. If we had taken Fastbond, we might take Zeranorb here. But I don't know if I want to take Zeranorb without anything Ben White's. That's not what Zeranorb is for. I think Zeranorb is very good, but that's not what it's for. I like Zeranorb because I like getting infinite life and I like comboing it with various things. Yeah, I don't think it's crazy to take Chatelaine. It's not an exciting second pick. Well, Chatelane's good. It's one of the better white 3-drops.
Okay.
And I do think Mono White is one of the better archetypes in the Vintage Cube these days, but the pack is real bad. The issue is, I don't like fetchables that much. I don't like Volk that much.
Okay.
I like fetch lands a lot, but with Triomes, I feel like I can get fetchables, out the wazoo.
Yeah.
I do like Recurring Nightmare, and I don't think it'd be crazy to take Recurring Nightmare here. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's reasonable to take either of these. Would you rather take Recurring Nightmare?
I do love Adeline.
Yeah, well, let's take Chatelaine.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't love Chatelaine, and we could easily bend. I'm not committing to Mono White, but I'm just gonna take it here because I think it's the right pick.
Sure.
All right. Well, okay. Now we should take Lilia, as Lilia's obscene card. I mean, Ponder's very good too. Look, if you want to take Ponder here, I won't fault you, but yeah, I actually do love Lilia. Yeah, sometimes known as Sylvian at work. I mean, honestly, you say Lilia a good Mono White card, but that's kind of true. I actually draft a decent amount of Boros aggro these days.
Sure.
And Lilia will fit right into that. The days when I was always monocolored is oh, you were serious? Nice, yeah.
Nice.
Have kind of passed. I wouldn't really fault someone taking Savai trying much Ponder here. I'm gonna take Lilia though. I do think this is the best card pack when pick one.
Sure.
Now there's this. All right. I mean, so now we kind of have to figure out what the hell we're doing with our lives.
Yeah.
Because in this pack, basically, Remand is very good and Karakas is very good.
Okay.
Thalia is maybe the best white 2-drop, but it always wheels if white's open. And I'm not sure I even want to be white if it's not open in some sense.
Sure.
So, my inclination is just to take Karakas with intent to wheel Thalia.
That makes sense.
And even if we don't end up mono white, what's great about Karakas is it's just a really good card.
Yeah.
And it will protect our Lilia and our Adeline, which is not nothing.
Yeah.
So, even if we don't play in this deck where it's an effective hate card, it'll be pretty good. So I think that's, gotta be the pick. This pack is some garbage. I mean, World Spine Worm is great with Flash. Really not looking like a deck that does that.
Yeah.
Hallowed Fountain is okay. Sometimes I splash blue in my mono white decks. Glorybringer is good if we're a heavy red deck, although I do not like heavy red very much. Where I'm at is mono white good, mono red bad.
Okay,
for first order approximation. But the pack is so bad, I'm kind of inclined to just take it.
What does Savine's Reclamation do?
Not much.
Okay.
I am not going to take Special Position here. I do not like playing this card even in mono white unless I have Skull Clamp, and I don't yet have Skull Clamp.
Yeah.
Plus, it's going to wheel. This recurs 2 cheap permanents.
Okay.
Well, it recurs 1 and then it flash after recur 2.
Sure.
But yeah.
So it's like a Sun Titan trigger.
Yes.
Okay.
It is precisely a Titan trigger. I mean, interesting spot. The thing is, we should definitely take one of the interactive spells here. I think it's pretty unreasonable to take anything other than Council Judgment or Braid.
Okay.
Between the two, I tend to think a Braid is the better card because I think it's rare that you hit a non-creature, non-artifact.
Okay.
But I like white more than red, but we look like we might be more likely to be red at this point.
Yeah.
So I think we should take a Braid and figure it out. But I acknowledge that we're drifting dangerously close to drafting a red deck.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We could draft a red deck that isn't mono red, for one thing.
Sure.
That is something I'm very okay with. Ooh, interesting. I actually love this card.
Really? I feel like in the last iteration you weren't that high on it.
Yeah, I've come way up on it.
Okay.
I mean, that's definitely true. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm not denying it. But the thing is just like, deck does not particularly look like the Spicer Kitten deck, kind of at all.
Yeah.
But like, what else are we gonna take? Like a land, a Fiery Islet? We could just take Fiery Islet, I guess. That's
Okay.
probably reasonable.
Not like Weathered Wayfarer or
Yeah,
a bad white card.
I mean, you could take Leland Relic Order. This card's semi-playable. Maybe we just
Yeah.
should in case we're mono white. We'll just auto between the aggro decks. They'll be fine.
Okay.
I just don't. Whoa. Okay, well, that's a great reason to draft Boros.
It's
Which
Shohei
is-
Ohtani.
Yeah, I love Shohei Ohtani. See, the thing about Shohei Ohtani is it's really broken to be able to use your DH slot for whatever you want.
Uh-huh.
And by like letting you use it kind of however you know in any means, it's just so powerful. Even if he's
Yeah.
very mid,
Uh-huh.
just like getting that DH slot is invaluable. So that's why we're gonna take Shohei Ohtani here.
Yeah.
I
like that it's like pretty good in mono white and pretty good in mono red, and those are the two decks we're moving between, and so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you were taking Firebolt for sure.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind Booming Valkyrie. I've been impressed with this card, but it's not a high pick or anything.
Sure.
This is disrespectful.
Yeah.
I mean, we're nowhere near a Kreen Nightmare deck, but this card's very good. Anyway, let's take Char.
Nice.
Which is, to be clear, a card I think is borderline playable in mono red.
Yeah.
But it does seem like, sadly, we might be mono red. Anyway, I think this is actually the pick for both decks, hysterically.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, that's not true. I'm sorry. Wait, no, we can't cast this in mono red. Wait, sorry. I forgot it was one white. I reversed it in my head.
Is Imperial Recruiter good to find, like, Adeline and Lelia?
Not really, no. I could take Inferno Titan, but we have 25s. I'm just gonna take this card and we'll figure it out. I don't know where we're at. Like, I'm leaning towards being mono red, but I'm hedging is what I'm really doing.
Sure, okay.
I think is I don't want to draft mono red.
Yeah.
When I'm red, I prefer. Oh. Okay, so mono white's open is what this means.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Well, I might still be mono white. To be clear, Forgotten Orb. I don't really think I passed any of the good white cards I've seen.
Yeah.
I'm just like uncertain. Like we don't have to play most of this stuff, right? Like I could easily just splash Shohei Ohtani and Lelia in my mono white deck, right?
Yeah.
Like none of these cards are necessarily in. Yeah, and this wheel is predicted. I also could take Kenrith, which is okay. It's a 5-mana, haste thing essentially.
Sure.
But I think I slightly prefer this. Honestly, it's debatable. Let's take Kenrith. I
Okay.
hate Spectral Session.
That was shocking what just happened, but
And I don't like Gleaming Souls too much. I'm just going to take the land in case. If we're monocolored, we will play it
Sure.
for sure. Armageddon is a nice sideboard card mono white. Oh, how the mighty have
nice.
fallen.
Okay, yeah.
And now there's this. Interesting pack.
And it's rough that Bowmasters doesn't ETB trigger anymore.
Thanks, Greg. I mean, Bowmasters is obscene. I've gone on record as saying I think this is the single best non-power card in the entire cube.
Yeah.
It is completely unreasonable. And I'm tempted to take it, but we already have a splash. And, like, if we don't take it, we could just take, like, a good on-color land that supports our deck. Like, we'll wheel the Chain Lightning if we want it. Like,
yeah.
I assume we should just take Sunday Canyon. It's pretty painful, but the problem is I think we're probably splashing red. Like, I don't think we're,
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to splash black.
Thanks, Don. At least Don likes my jokes, you know?
Yeah. That makes one of us.
I know.
Well, this pack is extremely medium, but we're going to take this card. I do like this card.
Okay.
What I like about this card is mainly that I found that you end up making the 1/1s more than you'd expect. It's very, very good with Skull Clamp also. Dude, what the fuck? That's a goddamn Fury. Fury's obscene. And there's no white playable except Pending, which is pretty medium in your heavy white deck because, like, you can't cast it for very many X.
Yeah.
I mean, we should definitely take this. I don't know what it means for us.
Sure.
We take this and then we eye our sideboard cards again.
Okay.
Please forgive me while I waffle back and forth. I mean, the thing is, I sort of think we've gotten every good white card and every good red card that we've seen.
Sure.
So, like, it's not really like we're, like, giving up stuff. Like, we haven't had a decision moment, really. And like that chain lightning is gonna wheel out of the first pack if we want to be mono red.
Yeah.
Chain lightning almost always wheels. We can get the counter judgment. That's true, I guess.
Do you want to be mono red though?
Well, it seems like it's maybe hideously open. But I guess maybe mono white's also hideously open.
Yeah.
Okay, this may be our decision moment.
Okay. It's between Chandra and Flicker Wisp.
Yeah, I mean, it also could just be City of Traders. It actually looks like a really good City of Traders deck. Like casting Laylee ahead of schedule, casting Lithari ahead of schedule, like Fury Glorybringer. Honestly, we probably should just take City of Traders and figure it out. I really do like this card. Fast Mana is just really broken. Friend/enemy of the stream Slasher has often described his favorite Vintage Cube archetype as cast red cards ahead of schedule, which I think he's going a bit far, but I do somewhat agree with that.
Sure.
Like, red that isn't mono red is a real archetype. Anyway, here we're taking Hero Blade Hold because it's the best card for both our decks.
Nice.
It's fine.
And our two decks are mono white and red white.
Yes.
It's just so easy to be a friend of the stream unless your name is Azax. Then it's very hard to be a friend of the stream.
Okay, well, I actually really like this card.
Nice.
Okay. Red cards are going back away.
How many times, chat, do you think they're going to go away and come back again?
Okay, I actually do like this card on Windsbandon. It's pretty nice. I like Roger too, but this is actually just kind of a good cheap removal spell. And the fact that sometimes you plague win them in the late game honestly comes up.
Yeah.
It's not like the Prime Priest card, but I have been quite happy with this card. Oh, and that is a Giver of Runes. Okay. We're all set. Giver's all set. For real, this time we're set. Okay, so Chain Lightning, I would be willing to splash, but this is actually pretty interesting. If we get the SFM, having the Cauldron Complete is a huge game.
That's true.
And no one has it yet because this wheeled.
Yeah.
I also think Lion Sash is playable. Just Reanimator is very popular and good deck.
Sure.
I think we should take the Lion Sash, but I do think it's close between this and the Cauldron Complete. I'm not going to take the Chain Lightning. I'm not trying to play too much red. I'm trying to minimize red. And this is some garbage. We could play this card.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think that we will probably, but honestly, it could happen. It's not crazy at all. Sure, we'll take Roberto, put him in the sideboard, as he's often known. Greg would agree that he's known as that.
That's a great name for Robert the Witch. Sorry, I'm very sleepy. I've gotten pretty little sleep over the last few days, so I'm just kind of low-key kind of sleepy.
Actually, Flicker Wisp is kind of bad in our deck. Maybe we should take this. I usually prefer Flicker Wisp to this card, but we actually don't have that much good to blink. It's probably...
I think you should take Flicker Wisp.
Yeah, it's just a better card. Okay, fine. I do like playing Steel Seraph, not a joke.
Yeah?
I'll take Blooming Marsh here, yeah. For reasons.
Could you tell it as if it was a joke?
What do you mean? Which statement can we tell us again?
What's the deal with that blinking Steel Seraph?
Nah, I'm off it. Holy crap. This is a goddamn pack. My. I mean, I'd love Arid Mesa, but we sure aren't taking it here. Espinal's one of the better one-drops, but we sure aren't taking it here.
Are we taking the Clamp?
It's between Clamp and Smuggler's Copter, and both are very good.
Okay.
Like, Smuggler's Copter... So, Thalia is my second favorite mono white 2-drop. My favorite mono white 2-drop is Smuggler's Copter.
Okay.
It's excellent. Dodge source speed removal spells, smooths your draw, hits for 3 in the air. It's awesome. Skull Clamp, we have to look at our deck. Skull Clamp is very good, although it's not that great with either of these, actually, because they ETB attacking.
Yeah.
This looks like actually a pretty middling Skull Clamp deck. Not bad. We would certainly happily play it, but I think we should take the Copter here.
Okay.
And I know I'm also passing just an on-color fetch, but just like, I mean, we have to take Smuggler's Copter.
Yeah.
Okay. This is interesting. If we get a red-white dual land, the pick here is Wooded Foothills, I think.
Okay.
Now, we're not guaranteed to get that, but I would like it, because I'm pretty concerned about our mana.
Sure.
And it's not over very much. I expect this Threat Inspector to wheel.
Yeah.
I don't care about Batterskull unless we get the Stoneforge Mystic.
How do you feel about Palantir of...
Oh, this card's great, but it's not obviously for our deck.
sure.
Like, Palantir is awesome. It's a lot of people have it in their top 50 at this point.
Sure. Okay.
I have it just out of it, but that's not the point. The card is really, really good.
Yeah.
We're not going to take it, I think. But also, this is, I think, maybe the best green card in the cube. It's
Okay.
other than Fast Bond. It's
Yeah.
very, very good. But we should definitely take Wood Foothills, I think. And
Okay.
just speculate. This is going to wheel anyway. We're giving up nothing, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. You want to discuss the actual best white card in the cube? It is in this goddamn pack.
Nice.
Very glad we have Flicker Wisp now because
Wow.
this is Solitude.
Shocked how much you like Touch of the Spirit Realm.
GTA's in this pack. That is a true statement.
Yeah.
Solitude, like, to be clear on how high I'm in Solitude, I actually went back and looked at my own top 50 ranking the other day. I think I have Solitude like 17th overall in the cube. Like, literally the 17th best card is Solitude. And we're in the best deck for it. Like, and we have some Blink synergies already. This is such a good Solitude. I mean, I know I'm passing more fixing. Boo-hoo. Yeah. Give me Solitude.
Yep.
Wow. There's actually another quite good pack. So, Ephemerate, now that we have Solitude, is pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like Reprieve a lot.
Okay.
Mox Diamond is good. I think Mono White is usually not the best Mox Diamond deck, but I wouldn't fault him taking Mox Diamond here. It's reasonable to take it. Well, Solitude and Fury, I don't think Fury's making our deck at the moment.
Yeah. I assume we don't want the Talisman.
Yeah, I think the Talisman's too bad in this sort of deck most of the
Okay.
time. I'm pretty inclined to take Reprieve, to be honest.
Okay.
We don't have that many Blink synergies for them, and I expect it to wheel.
Yeah.
And I actually really value this card in Mono White. It's just like the only counterspell, is the point, right? Like, and I understand Ephemerate Solitude is broken. Again, I expect this to wheel. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And this won't wheel probably. Reprieve is very good.
Yeah.
Ooh, Wemp? I mean, Wemp is excellent. This card shouldn't be in the Vintage Cube and should have been removed like 3 versions ago.
Okay.
And I don't understand why it's here now.
Okay.
Like, what is this? What are we doing here? This is a 2-mana 1. This is a 2-mana 2-1 with barely any ability.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, look at our 2-drops. It's literally worse than all of them. Like, in Mono White, this card is a borderline playable. I don't understand.
Yeah.
We need to get Tithager out of the cube. Anyways, let's take Wimp. On the topic of good 2-drops, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I quite like Danto. Rattle Master's fine, but I'm not really going to take another red card.
Yeah.
Let's just take the Danto. The honestly good cards we have are on thin ice at the moment.
Yeah.
This Firebolt's actually already been cut in my head. Ooh, Mom? Oh boy. That is awesome. I mean, nothing wrong with Trigger, nothing wrong with Spellbinder. Mom is really, really good.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you can use this just like to win combat in addition to just making everything, including itself, removal forever, is really fucked up. Like, Giver's a fine playable. Mom is busted. I play Mom in non-mono white decks all the time. Yeah, my mom may or may not be in the chat, but if she is, you know, Mom is busted.
Now she is.
So, anyways, I like Skyclave well enough. I don't think we need another 2 from the Porcelain Legionnaire.
Yeah.
Luris is fine, but we don't really have any ways to abuse it here.
Yeah.
In decks with no ways to like no baubles or other like crap, I don't take Luris particularly highly. I do sometimes play it, but I'm not excited about it. I'd rather have Skyclave. Skyclave is awesome.
Nice.
Oh, and look, we just wheeled the great 1-drop Espinal. This is like the 4th or 5th best mono white 1-drop. I mean, I like it a lot. It's worse than Mom, and honestly, not that much else.
Nice.
Yeah, we did not get Stoneforge, sadly, which is pretty unfortunate because it's one of the better mono white cards. But
nor did we get a red-white duel.
I mean, Touch the Spirit Realm might indeed be playable in our deck with Solitude.
Is Scrapwork Mutt playable?
Somewhat, but I don't think we're gonna play it here.
Yeah. I guess it is just like fair Scrapwork Mutt.
Yeah, it's usually you play it when you're doing stuff with it, or at least when you have red mana.
Right. I mean, we have red mana.
Barely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not get the red white duel, which is unfortunate for this Woodfills. I did just burn the pick in the end. But
yeah.
I'm also not 100% sure Spirit Realm will make the deck, but it's fine. This next pack I think is the Ephemerate pack as well.
Okay.
Is my recollection.
So are we gonna play the red cards even with like no fixing?
Yeah, I'm not too sure of that.
Okay.
This is 31 with 6 lands, so it's 2 cuts. It looks close to me because I'd really like to play none of these cards. Yeah, that is true. If Mike Pence has the coverage, we can cast them. Nice, Ephemerate. I mean, I will take it over nothing and I'll put it where it belongs.
Nice.
Azax weeps.
Wait, make it the last pick just for
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
There we go. That we might play.
Well, if you want to evoke Fury, you need to have red cards, is the issue with that. Alright, so let's put all these in the sideboard for now. Then put Wood of Foothills more deeper in the sideboard, as it were. I mean, this is 27. Yeah, I probably were supposed to cut these, is my guess. I just don't want the inherent inconsistency of playing them, and I would like to play our 2 colorless lands, which are probably precluded by playing the red cards. And I am obviously going to still play this on my canyon because it's free roll. But
sure,
this is can get out. Are we playing Touch the Spirit Realm? I don't think so. It's very good with Solitude, but it's a pretty terrible card. Oh, actually, I don't want to play Kenrith if there's no red though.
Yeah.
How good is Shohei? I mean, good. I mean, you gotta understand the thing I talked about before. Just like, honestly, Shohei should win MVP every year that he continues to play. Like, it's absurdly good to just open up your DH slot.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I've also decided that I will only give explanations about Shohei Ohtani in the form of him as a baseball player.
Yeah.
If you'd like to weigh in with more Shohei Ohtani related baseball information, you may.
I will. I'll wait though. I think that removing from the deck, he kind of died, so he might come back as an angel.
Well, Mox Pearl I'm going to play, but it's a land, so I put it in the lands section of my deck construction. I mean, I think it's just these 23 is my guess. Like, are there any stinkers here? Like, it looks pretty good.
I mean, Touch is a little awkward. I guess Lion Sash isn't that good in general.
It's not, but I found it to be a reasonable amount of utility. You do put it on things sometimes.
Yeah.
And I like that it's Reanimator hate. Like, Reanimator is the best deck in a cube. I think most people know that at this point.
Yeah.
And just having a Lion Sash lying around that randomly is made a hate for them, I think is pretty reasonable. And look, if we play against not Reanimator, especially like a fast non-Reanimator deck, we will side out. But like the overlap of grindy or graveyard deck is like a pretty wide swath of things. Like even like a Storm deck, you can leave it in and just like try to hate on like their Yoggles and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not that exciting, but it's not nothing either.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think this is just our deck. I think the Touch is good enough. It's close, but I do like the Solitude thing with Touch. I mean, it's obviously very strong.
Sure.
Essentially, you have to play your Touch for 2 and like scam the Solitude.
Yeah. Which
is really nice. Yeah, I think this is probably just these cards exactly. Yeah, I think I think you're just higher on Lelia than I am, is what I would say about it. I mean, I'm not saying Lilia's bad. Okay, Lilia's a fucked up card, but just like, if you wanted to play just the Lelia, you probably need to play on the order of 2 mountains.
Yeah.
And I don't want to play 2 mountains, so I'm not going to do it.
Do we want is 17 lands too much? In our monocolor deck?
It's a little high, but we have Sunbaked Canyon and Mistress Factory and Caracas. Like, I'm not that worried about it.
Yeah.
Like, if we had another good playable, I might put it in, but we kind of don't. Like, in our sideboard. Like, this is sort of all the playable cards that we drafted that are not red.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could play Metamorph, but that kind of sucks.
Yeah, I don't really want to do that.
We could play Tide Taker.
I really don't want to do that. It's upsetting that Relic Ward neither has ward nor gives ward. Yeah, that is very true.
If you're not going to be taking Tides, is there anything else you want to take?
I don't know where you're going with this.
I'm just asking you a genuine question. Anything you
Turns?
want to take? Turns are a good thing to take. Yeah, great answer.
Goblins?
Why do you want goblins?
Well, see, what Chad doesn't know is that in my other career as a semi-professional Terra Mystica player, I've lately been really enjoying the goblins.
I see. Okay.
I'm considering becoming a goblins one trick.
Nice. I hope we get to make a 1/1.
I mean, it seems pretty likely that we will on turn 2. Like, this hand is not good, but it's obviously keep.
I agree. A classic keep lose.
Okay. I mean, a wise man once said that Base Plains Go is the worst start in Magic Gathering, and I do somewhat agree with that.
I would have let them take the 2 first.
I stand by my play. It provided a lot of F6 values.
Also, we got the combo.
Yes, we are going to get to play Steel Seraph and then Flicker Wisp it.
Yeah.
Which is honestly pretty nice. Like, this is something I really like. Steel Seraph, I've been impressed by this card. Just like the flexibility. One of its options is almost always good. And the fact that it randomly synergizes with your flicker effects is awesome. Like, I've had a lot. It's like you ephemerate something for good val. Like, you know, your opponent goes to kill it and you save it with ephemerate or something. Yep. And then on your turn, you're like, what am I going to do with ephemerate? And you're like, oh yeah, I can just give my guy +2/+1 permanently.
Yeah.
Like, is actually a pretty nice option to have. Or like here, like we're going to play the Steel Seraph and then just, oops, sorry, I want to play the prototype. And then just immediately it will push damage. You know, it's only pushing 1, but it will push the free damage.
I like how its art is covered up so that we know it's white.
Yeah, it's really important we know that it's white, is the thing, Greg. That's more or less the most important fact about it. Now that we've drawn a 4th land, we could consider playing Hero over Flicker Wisping, but...
I mean, it seems like we should play the Hero. I mean, we could hold out.
Yeah, I do like holding out. Steel Seraph is white. Yeah, nice. We also could worry about Wrath, but our opponent doesn't have white, so I'm pretty inclined to not. I guess let's start by attacking. Let's see how combat goes. I love to see how combat goes. So I will fly this. Is pushing 2 damage better than 1 damage plus 2 life? I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really care about Electrical against a presumed blue-white control deck. I mean, I guess we don't like know what that's playing. They could be playing like a mid-range blink deck or something, but it seems reasonably likely. Okay, so they just do nothing. See, I kind of suspect a counterspell here. Like, that's kind of what it feels like, you know?
I think we should play Flicker Wisp.
Okay, the other option is to make a token.
Yeah, if we did that, I wish we'd played the Sunbaked Canyon, though.
I mean, do you? I'm not even sure I would want to sack it here.
Yeah, I guess so. Does Touch come back at the end of turn?
Yes.
So if we make a token and then they Wrath, we get to save our Steel Seraph?
It's very good against Wrath.
Yeah.
I sort of want to do that. Is that insane?
I don't think that's insane.
I'm just worried that, like, it's better against Counter Magic and it's better against Wrath. So, like, it's not better if, like, their hand is, like, 7 Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but, like...
Yeah.
Like, some of their cards have to do something. Like, I don't really understand what's going on in this game.
Some people like playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Their hand is 7 Leaf Energies. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to save it.
Yeah.
Good work, Touch the Spirit Realm. And when it comes back, it'll be a 5/4.
I love 5/4s.
All right. Well,
Wait, you should definitely play something.
Oh, now this turn. Yeah, okay, I'm with you this turn. All right, well, let's fly Usher the Fallen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what our full turn should be in this case, but it definitely starts with flying Usher the Fallen. Just declining increasing amounts of life to push 1 damage. Like, it just sort of feels to me like they missed a land drop. Like, they have to have Wrath, right? Like,
I think so. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, you just want to make one and pass?
What if we draw a card?
Oh, start with drawing card? I'm going to start with drawing card.
Yeah.
All right,
okay,
let's make a 1/1. Nice. I mean, and one nice thing is, like, if they Wrath, we'll just slam a Hero Blade Hold, and if that lives, it will probably destroy them.
Yeah.
So...
It's because of how well we held out.
We've really held out for a hero. Wow. And look at this. Usher the Fallen. Just making 3 tokens and taking you down. I honestly found the ability in the card quite relevant. It's a real upgrade over the previous, like, random garbage Savannah Lion they used to include in the slot. Which they definitely did for a long time.
Yeah.
This might be a get-in matchup.
I was wondering that.
Let's see. I mean, I didn't see any artifacts or Relic Warder. Blue-white definitely could have artifacts.
We've got Lion's Ash.
Well, it might be like a grinding deck, though, which is kind of reasonable, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it like plays around Wrath in a weird way.
Oh, that's true.
Like, I think my preferred swap at this time is this.
Okay.
But I'm very open to changing it depending on what we see in game 2. I don't know that much about their deck.
Sure.
Oh, Tip Taker because of counter magic? Yeah, I don't know. The thing about Tip Taker, it's a terrible card. Let's submit.
Yeah, nice. Like, it only makes him cost 1 more.
Yes. Wow. Look at us drawing Mox Pearl.
Nice.
I mean, this hand is great. It's also Wrath Pact and Sorta. Yeah, the thing about Tith Taker is it can do any job you want done as long as you want it done very badly. Yeah, you're like, it's Wrath Protection because after they Wrath, this 1/1 flyer is going to take it home. You're like, oh, it stops counter spells as long as stopping them means making them cost exactly 1 more and otherwise accomplishing nothing. Like, God. Please get Tith Taker out of the cube. And honestly, you could do so much better. Like, here are some proposals.
Yeah.
Luminarch Aspirant is in the cube.
Is not in the
Yeah,
cube.
Aspirant's very good.
Yeah.
Like, I know Standy Dog, who drafts mono white a lot in the cube draft server.
Yeah.
Like, thinks that like it's like the second best white 2-drop in the cube or something.
Wow.
And it's just like not in for no reason. He thinks it's sorry. I think what he said is he thinks it's both Smuggler's Copter and Thalia and above.
Okay. Yeah.
But so I guess that's third best.
Sure.
But yeah, so like and what we think that people are playing Tith Taker in these like in a grindy mid range deck or something. Like, honestly, Aspirant might be better in a grindy mid range deck. Like, what are we doing? Like, as far as I can tell, it's better if you have the card Skull Clamp in play. And if you have the card Skull Clamp in your deck, that's probably insufficient because you might not draw Skull Clamp. God. Please can we get Tith Taker out of the cube? Like, what are we doing? Honestly, pretty down to play Mom and make 1/1.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think that's better than cracking the clue, but it's a little debatable. Like, it's nice that cracking the clue digs the land for Armageddon, but honestly, I'd almost rather they play more lands before we get it.
Yeah.
So, also, Wins the Bin Armageddon is actually quite a nice combo in some ways.
I get the joke.
Man, you imagine being your opponent, you just lose badly to Usherfall, and the next game we just play Usherfall and we just lose to it again. Anyways, let's attack for with the non-mom creature, shall we?
Yeah, I love that.
And I think I want to commit this, but maybe it's make 1/1.
Well, you can't do any. It's just a 3/1.
Yeah, okay, let's make 1/1.
Okay.
You convince me.
Like, it's better to wait for so many reasons.
Yeah, you're right. And I do think it's nice that our opponent's deck has not demonstrated the ability to beat Usher of the Fallen. So we're just gonna keep ushering the Fallen until someone makes a stop.
Yeah.
Like, if they play a blocker, we'll just kill it. We have 2 kill spells on hand. And
or we'll just Armageddon and kill it the next turn.
Yeah, I mean, also very possible. I don't know at what point we're supposed to crack this clue. Like, if we crack the clue and hit a land at any point, it does kind of pay for itself.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking about that last turn, but we didn't do it, and that's fine.
I don't know if it was right or not.
Yeah.
But anyways, let us attack.
Okay, I mean, now they could have, like, Resto or something, but eh.
I mean, it doesn't really work. I can just mom the creature they block.
Yeah, okay.
But it's kind of... I mean, we could also play this and kick it once, but I don't really want to do that.
No, I don't want to do that.
Like, I'm just not very afraid. Okay, it looks like it is Resto. No, it's Venser. All right. What are they Venturing? A token of some sort? The Usher. I mean, honestly, that's pretty okay.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'd want to save the token they're eating instead of the Usher they're bouncing.
Yeah, okay. And then, is our plan to Armageddon?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Basically tapping to make a 1/2 body here. Yeah.
Goodbye, lands. Nice!
All right.
Oh, that was fun.
I mean, Greg, I drafted just for you the deck with the most basic planes in the queue.
I do. I didn't get a chance to comment about your insane comment of Basic Plains Go being the worst start in Magic. It's the most powerful card in Magic the Gathering.
Well, but the key fact is the Go part.
No. Basic Plains Go is like so strong. I mean, you could be white aggro, you could be white control, like...
And this hand's obscene.
Yeah. You could be blue-white, green-white, black-white. They'll never know.
I think that Basic Plains Go is, to use a word, not very good. I think that usually Basic Plains is good if you're attacking them.
Uh-huh.
And if you're not attacking them, then saying Go isn't great. And if you are attacking them...
Great point, Dawn.
You could be red, white, heroic. Right. I agree. Great point, Dawn. Strong arguments to why I'm so against Basic Plains Go. Anyway, let's attack for 2.
Uh-huh.
And I can just play City of Traders Hero.
I love City of Traders Hero.
Like,
I think like a turn 2 hero Blade Hold.
So at this point, it's not us that's holding out for hero, it's our opponent.
Yeah.
They better be holding out for hero.
Yeah. Till the morning light.
Because if they're not, then at bad news for them, they're going to Blade Hold.
Uh-huh. Oh, man.
The Underrat?
The Underrat?
I mean, that's not gonna do it, I think.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't think it's unreasonable to kill the Underrat here, but we could just not kill it.
I think I'm pretty into not kill it.
Okay, you want to attack?
I think so. Like, what if they place anything that's good?
So you want Battle Cry stack first, so it resolves second.
Yeah.
Right, we make a 1/1. And I think, given that our hand is literal 3 planes, we should just sack our city.
Yeah.
Definitely sometimes there are complicated spots where you should like leave city in place so it's like mana on the right turn, but here I think pretty much just it did its work.
Yeah.
And honestly, this is a lot of why I think city is strong. Just like getting Hero of Little down 1 turn faster might decide this game, even if we immediately sack it.
Yeah.
Like, like it looks like we just profited 2 free tokens, which I mean they're at 9. That's a huge deal.
Yep.
And I don't think we should jam this. I think we should attack and pass.
I agree.
Like, for one thing, they could just play this Murder Strider, and then we'd kill it and attack them for 3.
Yep.
How was the Pioneer RCQ? We did not win.
Dang.
Wait, what Pioneer... Wait, what does that mean? Wait, RCQ? Pioneer...
thing...
Oh, yeah. I see. I dropped it like 4-2, I think. So, not an incredibly best record.
Yeah, you just made fun of Basic Plains, and so now your deck just gave you as many Basic Plains as it could.
No, that isn't what Don said.
I see. Dawn's comment was much better than mine.
Yeah, it was many times better. If I were to rank Don's comment and your comment, I would rank hers like at least 4 or 5 spots above it.
That's fair.
Thoughts, opponent? So, okay, one of my favorite things about the Cube server is I'm in a group chat that Alpha...
What did our opponent just did nothing?
Oh yeah, they did nothing and died.
They played the Underrat and Swift End Murder Strider, and that was it.
Yeah, I mean, this might also be a get a matchup. This blue-black is pretty likely to relic border targets, I think.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to submit for now, but I'm going to eye this.
Okay, that makes sense.
Wait, I was going somewhere with this. Oh yeah. There's a great bit that I've been doing lately regarding Alpha Frog in the Cube server.
Okay.
Which is, I'm in one of my mini Magic group chats that contains both me and Alpha Frog. And occasionally he posts Cube decks. And sometimes he posts Cube decks of drafts that I'm also in.
Okay.
And he like, Gavin like really likes these like many colored green decks with like fast bond exploration and draw 7s and like nonsense.
Yeah.
And as you might be aware, I really like white creatures. So at some point Gavin was like, yeah, this deck's really good. I feel great about it. And then he just like posted the chat a few hours later. Yeah, just lost to @Andrew. And I was like, yeah, my deck was red and white creatures. And then I just posted a red and white creature screenshot. And I'm like, easily beat Frog's broken nonsense. People just, like, I don't know, fast clock plus a little disruption from a Thalia reprieve, something like that is honestly all it takes a lot of the time.
I mean, it's looked very good in our 3 games we played.
Always listing Historic Brawl standout Skyclave version. I think if you were to rank formats by how much they're known for their involvement in Skyclave, I do not believe Historic Brawl would crack the top 5.
Also, I think if you had to rank cards that are good in Historic Brawl, my guess is Skyclave Apparition wouldn't crack the top 50. But maybe I'm just wrong.
That I'm less confident about it, but you definitely might be right. Yeah, I mean, I want to keep.
I kind of want to keep too.
Obviously, we could just draw a bunch of lands and die, but
yeah.
Turn 1 Thalia and then we protect it with a Caracas is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, it's even on the play, it's kind of hard to kill a Thalia on turn 1. Okay, well that does bode poorly for our hand, but it's fine. Relic Order off the top. Any Relic Orders?
Wow! They can't see it yet because it's hiding, but we found the Relic Order off the top.
Boom.
So wait, which one is Manifold? It taps for 3 and for 4 you untap it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like in the B tier broken mana category. Like, it's in the category of I would take Bowmasters over it.
Sure.
To be clear.
So it's any non-power card.
But I would take it over most other cards in the cube. Like, it's right below power.
Sure.
For many years, it was, like, untouchable in that slot. Anyways, let's play Caracas and Thalia, I think. Although, this does push 2 damage.
We can push 2 damage.
Is that crazy?
I don't know. I'm just kind of optimistic that Thalia will meaningfully slow them down.
Yeah. I mean, they could... Yeah, let's play Thalia.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's right or wrong, but it seems reasonable. And our Thalia is unkillable, so that is nice. Yeah, that makes some sense, Win. I do like destroying mana artifacts in all formats. Basically, here's how mana artifacts work. If mana artifacts are in your format, probably you should kill them. Yeah, I mean, that is somewhat terrifying.
Especially because their incubates are going to be 1 bigger.
I don't find that part to be that terrifying.
Oh wait, that's not even true, is it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, the thing
about
it that makes it not terrifying is that it's false. Anyways, do we want to kill this or just play Steel Seraph Go? I'm kind of down to play Steel Seraph Go.
I think so too, yeah.
We might be setting up a Wrath, although I acknowledge that our Thalia is going to make that a little awkward.
Oh, that is true.
Well, but the thing is we can bounce it the turn before we Wrath. Bizarrely.
Yeah.
Like, the play of EOT, bounce your Thalia, untap, wins spin for 6 is, like, pretty likely to be game-winning, I think.
Yeah.
Now, if they have a bunch of large incubates in play, then, okay, we'll have some problems, but...
Right.
It is unfortunate this draft that we did not get either the second or third best white card in the cube, which are Parallax Void and Palace Jailer. Just because, I don't know. I'm not saying our deck's bad or anything, but as far as drafts from Mono White's pretty hideously open, I think those cards most likely just weren't opened.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's probably what happened. Anyways, let's give this lifelink a hit, shall we?
Sure. Just to gain 3?
Yeah.
Okay. I like having 3 more life.
I don't know that this game will come down to a race, but I also think it's kind of possible. Adonto also obviously rewards lifelink pretty heavily.
That's true.
They might have some sort of trick or something, but I don't know. Like, it's kind of hard to name cards that would kill Steel Seraph if we attack that wouldn't kill it otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, it can't be Fatal Push. It can't be Blood Cheese, whatever. Like, most of the black removals honestly seem Seagated, which conveniently Steel Seraph is immune to.
Yeah.
I mentioned that I love Steel Seraph. Great addition.
Nope.
And I mean, if our opponent taps out next turn, I do think it's pretty likely we do this Thalia thing. Oh, what's the target? The Relic Order. Oh, that is terrifying. I mean, not much we can do about it. But I am terrified.
I too am terrified.
Chad, our opponent is up to no good. Not like what they're doing is bad. Like, they're evil and we're good.
Yeah.
which I guess is a fairly common scenario if you play a lot of mono white, but
Yeah.
you know. One funny thing with Naruto 2 is you can block large creatures and like pay 4 as a bad force field.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's going to come to that, but also it might come to that. You have an idea for what white 2-drop should be added to the cube? Are you going to suggest a heroic card?
Yeah. Sure.
Illuminator Virtuoso? Is that what you're going to suggest?
Yeah.
Wow. I saw that one coming. Necromancy? They're going to get back Loot and Relic Order and target Steel Seraph? I mean, I guess. Okay. They're flipping an Incubate? Probably? Oh, I mean, we're definitely going to win. Which, funnily enough, also goes back a 5-4 Seraph. Okay, nice. So they're going to attack us. We'll just take 3, presumably.
Well, you can block with Thalia and bounce it.
Oh, that's true. We'll take nothing, presumably. Oh, we will take from the strike, I guess.
Yeah.
But. And I mean, this is why I like Wind so much. Just like, you never know when you might play a cube game where you happen to hit 6 lands, and the Plague Wind really does win games.
Yeah.
We will also give our opponent roughly 1 million lands, but you know, that is just fine.
Yeah.
Wins noted Obscene Bomb from Modern Horizons, I think 1? Yeah, I think 1. Alright, let's grant Lifelink.
Dang, Adanto Vanguard, Lifelink is a nice ability for her to have, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Adanto Vanguard also, I think, a pretty good cube card. Just in general, I think it plays well. It's good against removal, which is pretty prevalent, obviously, and it's just a nice little annoying card for controllers to deal with.
Pioneer staple, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, it is a heroic card.
Yeah.
For any individuals in the chat whose name might be Dawn.
And hey, Pears, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. On the minus side, they do thin their deck.
Well, I don't know what I'm being baited into, really. I sort of want to take it, but I don't know what this means.
I love taking it here.
All right. And small white creatures triumph again.
And hey, Brickmaster, thanks for the subscription. Great to have you back. We've got a great returning candle today. We've got the Coastal Wind and Lavender candle from the Threshold brand with no risk of burns and lacerations. Although I did just, while picking it up, extinguish it accidentally, so I guess I have to relight it. Also famous for its crackling wick, which Andrew hates.
I do hate it.
But it hasn't been that loud today. It's been a pretty soft crackling wick. So...
Yes, I agree for On Orbit. And actually, there's a recent tweet by possible best limited player in the world, Terabad, aka Carl Satrap, where he states, quote, if you play the 64 mans, I think during the first draft, that is the draft with like lots of, yahoos, you should just force mono white. Because it's so open and so good every draft.
Also, our opponent is currently double queuing in a Super Jump Phantom League, and I want to be clear that I suggested to Andrew that we stream a Super Jump Phantom League without knowing what it is, and he declined.
I can confirm that Greg suggested this. Also, this hand is a little awkward, but it's clearly a keep.
Yeah, think about how much fun we could be having if we were super jumping.
I think less than we're having now. Also, Greg, look at this great start we're having.
Yeah, planes go.
I mean... I assume we can't lose from here. Uh-oh. Speaking of can't lose from here, it's Griselbrand. Well, okay, here's what's nice, though. And this is like legitimately nice. If the way they get back Griselbrand is an enchantment, we can then exile an enchantment with Skyclave. If it's reanimate like this, we're dead. I mean, that's not even totally true, but it is mostly true.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to be able to exile this Gristlebeezy with the Wandering Imp, but I don't think we're going to be able to recover from them drawing 7 cards 1 or greater times.
Yeah, that's like years from now.
Yeah. Greg is going to have grandchildren by the time we can Wandering Imp for this Griselbrand.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. How would you say you feel about the statement I made?
I want a pithy response. I just don't have one ready, you know?
Okay. Look, it's fine. See, on the one hand, our opponent hit us... Oh, okay, I mean, that's honestly a good target for Skyclave. Hashtag Copium. Look, I mean, it's not like our opponent's going to draw 7 more cards next turn.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we have the 4th land. That's all we needed to win this game.
Uh-huh.
Many are saying this.
I've said it. Chat said it. I assume Griselbrand said it.
Probably. And then, yeah, we hit here, and I assume we discard a spell unless we draw another land.
Ooh, Solitude would be a pretty good draw.
I mean, not really. They'd respond by gaining by drawing 7, then they gain 7.
That's true.
Swords of Shuri Griselbrand has always had some issues.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're at 9. I'm sure that number won't increase anytime soon.
No. Have I told my favorite story about Griselbrand on stream once? On stream before? Do you know my favorite story about Griselbrand?
I don't think I do.
So at the Avacyn Restored pre-release,
famous tournament,
they had this Open the Hell Vault event where each player had like an achievements sheet that they had to fill out, and if enough players filled out the achievement sheet, then we would open the Hellbot Vault and everyone would get a thing. And if you filled out your achievement sheet, you would get a bonus thing, I think. But even if you didn't fill out the achievement sheet, you got a thing. And one of the first thing on the achievement sheet was high five someone who has a legendary creature in play. Now, to be clear, Avacyn Restored had 5 legendary creatures in it. Avacyn herself, Griselbrand himself, and then the 3 Powerpuff Girls, Bruna, Gisela, and Sigarda. So it was pretty hard. They're all mythic rares.
I want to pass here and let this attack and exile then.
Why?
Because that way they will attack Wimp.
Oh, sure, okay. Anyway, in my first ever... I hadn't looked at the format at all. I, went in blind. I hadn't read a single card. And I just, had a blue-black control deck with Griselbrand in it, and I played Griselbrand. And on turn 8 of my first game, I cast Griselbrand, and I stood up and loudly announced to the room that I was accepting high fives. And everyone in the tournament came and high-fived me for their achievement sheet.
That is an absurd story.
It was really one of the best moments of my Magic career, if I'm being honest. But then the rough part was at the end of the day, everyone in the room filled out that part of their achievement sheet, except for me.
That is savage.
Because I never got to high-five someone with a legendary creature in play. Black was so bad in Avacyn Restored, I guess it probably was. I don't know, my deck was insane.
Also, I don't actually think that was true.
I had many good rares. I had the Blink one with Soul Bond that's really busted. Deadeye Navigator.
Yes.
And I had the card Dark Imposter, which is a black creature with just 6 mana exile a thing, which is obviously very good and limited. And I had many Mist Ravens. So many Mist Ravens.
So many, huh? How many would you say?
Which were really good with my Soul Bond Blinka guy. And, Griselbrand is pretty good if you resolve it, you know?
I mean, yeah, that is true. That's a little bit of a weird statement, but I do agree that it's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, just to quickly address Black and Avacyn. Van Weller, I'm not speaking from a place of I never drafted Avacyn Restored. Let me be clear about the situation.
Yeah.
I drafted a lot of Avacyn Restored. And what I can tell you is I believe that Mono Black was my second most drafted archetype, and I won an immense amount in the 8-4 queues. This was during a period where I was going infinite on Moto, and I played so many 8-4s, and I drafted Mono Black very frequently. Yeah. Yes, Green Blue was my most drafted archetype. My number 2 was Mono Black. Yeah. It was hideously underdrafted, and there was a lot of synergy among black cards.
Yeah. Yeah, I did high-five everyone, but I did not high-five anyone with a legendary creature, as I was the only one with a legendary creature in play. I guess I could have, high-fived myself or something, but, you know.
That's some bullshit, though.
Yeah.
Greg would never do that. Okay, so here, what I want to do is kill Liliana with our Mistress Factory,
Yeah.
and then cast one of our 3s.
Okay.
Which 3 is it? Because Flicker Wisp normally kills their token.
Yeah.
And we are at 5, but I guess the Vidge guy does just block the token, and if it dies, we can go to 2. Who really cares? I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I like Chatelaine.
I think maybe Childling's better if they have Stone Nothing, and
Yeah.
I don't really think we're in a position to respect literally anything.
I mean, it's not like they've drawn many cards, so...
Although, yeah, I think we should Childling. I like Childling.
Okay.
The thing about this play, Chad, is you if you don't make this play, you're not a Chad, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if the Flicker's play is just some real, like, they could have any card energy,
Yeah.
whereas this is like, what if their hand is 7 leaf energies? And to win this game, we might need their hand to be 7 leaf energies.
Maybe a nice 4 of clubs.
I think we could maybe beat, 6 leaf energies and 4 of clubs.
Maybe Lorcana,
So I'm going to attack the Chatelaine, and then I'm so confident this is going to work, I'm also going to send the token at them.
Yeah, love it.
Like, they have nothing here.
Uh-huh. Really poor deck design.
Well, it's also partially just that hitting Liliana from 2 to 1 doesn't really matter since we'll have the token to sack, so...
Yeah.
Like, yeah. See, chat, it works perfectly. And now our challenge is going to block this 3/3, so the 3/3 is no good attacks. Like,
Yeah.
why do we want to Flicker Wisp it? I don't see why. Oh, Vamp Tutor? Yeah, I mean, no way that could beat us.
Uh-huh.
I
It's
can't
too
name-
bad their entire deck is Leaf Energies.
That is too bad, yeah.
They're just gonna play a big blocker, and then we're gonna Flicker Wisp it out and win.
I mean, that isn't that implausible. Like, I think a card our opponent definitely could be finding here is something like Animate Dead.
To get Custody Lich back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay, we could honestly maybe beat that. Like, we'd flicker out the Animate Dead, which sacks the Custody
Oh,
Lich.
that's true.
Like, Overloaded Mortars. Okay, I mean, that's not my favorite, but as far as things they Vamp Tutored for... Oh. I see. It wasn't the thing they Vamp Tutored for. Unlucky. Honestly, this is one of the most winnable games where my opponent's drawn 14 extra cards that I've ever played.
That's true.
Unfortunately, my bad news is their deck looks very good.
Yeah.
Just like, they've shown us like a lot of first pick Regenerator cards and also Black Lotus. Alright, let's kill this token. The thing is, we're just like still not even dead because we can take the Death Touch thing once and we have the Mistress Factory to block this as a 3/3.
Yeah.
Now wait, to do that, do I need to play this land? I guess I might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can they do when they drew their entire deck is a good point. I mean, we're at 2, but like they're at 4. Like, I think like if our opponent just like has nothing in their 4 cards, which 4 is getting to a number where that's a plausible statement.
Yeah.
And we draw like a way to pump our Flicker Wisp, for example, the equipment.
Lion's Ash?
Lion's Ash. They would just be like, we could win.
Yeah.
We can take that much, like, or we could draw like Solitude. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say it's incredibly likely to sack a non-token creature. All right. So I guess we have to sack Flicker Wisp, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you could animate, but that seems bad.
But then we have to just block Flicker Wisp with a Theomancer.
Yeah.
So I think we should sack Flicker Wisp.
Yep.
Honestly, now we're probably dead.
Yeah.
But it did take all the way until now. Our opponent's even wise enough not to suicide their Theomancer, one of our main sources of outs. Alright, well, if this card's not very good, I'm going to concede immediately.
Winds of Abandon?
That would be very good. If we draw wins here...
Wins.
Okay. So wait, we can play this, right? And then we can kick it once, I guess? You can't really kick it twice.
Yeah.
That also would have made Flicker's lethal, by the way, had they not had the Children's Edict.
That's true. Another card that pumps a card.
So, okay, what ends up happening here? So they're going to attack us with the Murderous Rider and the Death Touch token, presumably. But then we can, like... I guess that's not that great, because then we can just block with both, and the Treachery pumps itself, and we end up trading the adversary for both their things.
Yeah.
See, what our opponent really needs here is to see more of their deck.
Yeah.
There's as many as 8 cards they haven't seen at this point. What now, opponent? What now? A lot of considerations from here.
I mean, I like the tanking. It means we're not dead.
I do like being alive. That statement applies both in this game and also in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we block like this.
Mm-hmm.
Any assembly worker you'd like gets 1/1.
Very good choice.
Okay. I mean, nothing has gone horribly wrong yet. We're at 5, so we can take the Death Touch token a few more times now. We just need to, like, draw Solitude, you know? You know? I mean, they're at 1, I guess, but
Yeah.
that is going to beat us, I think, pretty easily.
Got shot?
I mean, Solitude might still get us out of this, but now it's pretty tough because they are the Monarch.
Yeah.
But, like, we might need to draw, like, Solitude into gas.
Savage!
That is savage.
Absolutely devastating.
I mean, I'm going to kill this.
Scooby-Doo. We're dead, right? Oh, we're not dead.
Well, we're not dead,
Okay,
but...
okay.
I mean, our odds of winning this game are very small. But I think we should likely not concede.
Yeah.
Like, because I think it still might be the case that, like, I don't know if their deck doesn't have much good cards left in it, which is not that implausible.
Yeah.
And we draw Solitude, we could maybe win. It's not incredibly likely, but, you know... And, yeah, the decking themselves might be our out.
Yeah.
They kind of just keep playing more bangers, though, is one of their main issues.
Yeah, just casually dropping a Mock Sapphire just for fun.
Yeah, they just put in another piece of power and a great 2-drop as well.
Yeah. Who knows what that card does?
Oh, Murder's Rider puts stuff on the bottom. Yeah, that is annoying. Ooh, that's a nice addition to the Reanimator deck.
Yeah.
Alright.
I like that the Monarch isn't MA.
I think that's good design. So, I do think that we're playing against a matchup where Metamorph is likely good.
Ooh, your Gristlebrand? Our Gristlebrand.
Yeah. And as far as what goes out, I do think it's likely that stuff like Hero Blade is just going to be too slow.
Yeah.
I like the destructive elements mostly. Exile Animate Dead, Exile Necromancy on the Skyclave, for example.
Yeah.
Flicker Spout, those same cards. Spellbinder to make their draws more awkward.
Yeah.
And the removal's generally pretty good. Some reanimation targets you can just clean up.
Yeah.
So I think this is just how I want to sideboard.
That makes sense.
I mean, all right.
Sure.
City of Traders looking completely irrelevant here, but Mom and Thalia is a good draw.
Yep.
Like, if their hand is not that quick, like, that might just be enough to really slow them down. And if they play any Mocks under Lotuses, we will ward them.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to hit a Lotus, but...
It's not that hard to hit a Lotus.
Yeah.
Like, I guess against Mono White, our opponent should know not to commit Lotus to the board.
Yeah.
Usually it's a color-based decision. like, right? So, like, for example, against green and white decks, you hold your Lotus.
Yeah.
Against black decks, you play it because of discard.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah.
And against blue decks, you play it because of counter spells. So it's like, is your opponent blue, black, or green, white? And then if they're a mix of them, it's complicated.
Sure.
But the thing is, I think our opponent most likely knows that we're playing mono white. So
Yeah.
is this D&T? Yeah, we are. Our hand does contain almost exclusively legacy playable cards.
Nice. Is Leonin Relic Order one of them?
I think that one might not be, but I honestly can't swear to it.
I just don't know. If you had confidently claimed yes, I would have believed it. So, I have a question. Does each Moto game have a unique game number?
Yes. Any more questions?
Nope, that was the only one.
Well, look, our opponent only made 5 mana on turn 1. So it's anyone's game. It's fine. They don't have anything they pass. We Relic Ward the Lotus.
Uh-huh.
Then we're all set.
Yeah. Great question, Mac, about today's candle sponsor.
Wow, it actually happened.
Wow.
All right. Relic Warder?
We got a nice Coastal Wind and Lavender candle with a nice crackling wood wick. A nice Threshold candle with low risk of burns and lacerations. Wait, why did that happen?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I don't really understand any part of it.
Yeah, me neither. Do all their cards cost more than 5?
Well, their hand could be just, like, action light.
Okay.
Is plausible. Yeah, another thing I was wondering about is this, which is that their hand could be playing to Entomb, but I don't understand why if they're playing to Entomb and Reanimate, they wouldn't have done it on their turn.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't have the Reanimation spell? I don't know. Something pretty weird is happening. That's for sure. But if they animate this Griselbrand, it will probably go poorly for us. Alright, I mean, I guess I should start with Thali, because I'm not going to play Wemp this turn.
Yeah.
And this might annoy them in some way.
Yeah.
Alright, well, they appear to be F6 based on the speed that happened, so...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't fully understand what's going on in the game, but the spot we've reached is reasonably favorable. And I mean, next turn we will just Wemp, like, okay. So they're going to find, presumably, Reanimate. It's unfortunate, although if Reanimate is this Reanimate spells they found, now we don't know for sure that it is.
Yeah.
But we can then Wemp it because they'll lose all this life, so it like, won't be that, you know? It'll be pretty palatable. Like, they can't go to 1. Oh, I need to play... Ooh. New plan.
I like the new plan.
Yeah. The thing is, opponent, that if you get a Griselbrand, then we get a Griselbrand.
And we have a lot more life points.
Yeah. Let's draw 7 now.
I am pretty into drawing 7 now.
Nice. All right. I'm good.
Yeah.
Notably, we can't cast Ephemerate because of Thalia. If we'd drawn a 1-drop there, we could have cast it. But.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact about Griselbrand, he's a legend. Oh, maybe I should have played Linfors because of that, actually. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. I mean, it doesn't really matter because they can't actually attack with Griselbrand into Griselbrand because of Mom.
Yeah.
Hysterically. The Griselbrand advantage is about to really flip the script. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna do the thing.
I love the thing.
I mean, they have 1 mana up and we have Thalia. I don't even know what I'm worried about, really. Man, can you imagine a conversation between Griselbrand and his mother? She's just like, have you been keeping warm on your, flights to terrorize Innistrad? And he's like, yes, Mom.
Insane. That was just an insane... Everything that just happened was insane. Does Dothy Voidwalker stop Ephemerate from rebounding?
No, because Ephemerate says if it would resolve X-Line instead, because it's their place effect.
Do you think they're gonna sack this Scalding Tarn?
Yeah, I mean,
down in glory.
I don't know.
Do you think they have something sweet and they just forgot about the pay 1 life on Scalding Tarn?
I think they didn't realize that they just wouldn't gain 7 when in that whole thing that happened.
Okay.
Is what really occurred. But anyways, deck's perfect, sideboard's perfect.
Yeah.
Good work for Phyrexian Metamorph.
Oh, it's the double queuing. They were too distracted by their Phantom Super Jump.
Oh my god, it's the Phantom Super Jump angle. I mean, this hand is no pressure, but I think we have to keep.
I agree.
Like, it's 2 good disruptive elements and a bad disruptive element.
Uh-huh.
And our deck is full of random creatures.
Yep.
Like, we'll just draw some random creatures to clock them. Like, it won't be that hard.
I can't help but feel that our opponent had the tools to win the game. Yeah, it does kind of seem like that, but, you know.
I'm not totally sure of that, to be honest, but...
I mean, like, slamming the Lotus and the Mox into our thing...
That play wasn't great. That is a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be if we just had a random 1-drop guy. Oh, a random 1-drop guy. Alright, I mean, if they can't kill this, we're still fine.
Yeah.
Like, the 1-drops will build... The 1-1s will build up or whatever, but, like... I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Our opponent just, like, doesn't have that many more cards. I honestly think this is a pretty playable scenario.
Yeah.
See, the thing is about this game, Greg, is that our opponent turn 1 Rattlemaster, which is an incredibly strong start that dominates formats like Legacy.
Yeah.
Whereas we have a deck of small white creatures.
Man, Reprieve is so good against ritual effects, huh?
It is very good against ritual effects. Sadly, not rituals combined with Moxen. Okay, that's anything.
Yeah.
Love to reprieve anything. Ooh.
Wait. Do you want to do it now?
No, I don't.
Okay.
What I want to do is draw another white card and scam it.
Oh, sure, okay.
You think, but not in Usher was decent in Kaldheim? It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Usher was quite good in Kaldheim, limited, yeah. I mean, maybe that's greedy, but I really don't think it is.
I don't think it's greedy.
Like, I think that, like, if we do that, we'll, like, just be winning.
Our deck is famously mostly white cards.
Yeah, okay, another piece of power for opponent. The piece of power cast per player here is a dynamic that has not favored us, I would say. But, you know.
I mean, we've just cast so many busted cards, so many planes.
I don't even know what they're finding here, honestly. Like, Reaction Spell doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And if we don't draw a white card, I think my intent is to cycle Sunbaked Canyon, although we can consider alternatives. If we draw, like, a good 3-drop, maybe we play that. That's a white card!
Nice.
Alright, let's do the thing.
Yeah.
So, I would like to cast this by exiling a white card. I'd like to exile Thraben Inspector. Put the ebook on the bottom. I would like to exile Dauthi Voidwalker first. I'd like to touch the Spirit Realm this. Alright, evoke trigger resolves. They probably got Liliana. I mean, maybe, but it's fine. Go to my end step. I guess maybe I should exile this first. Sorry, I was trying. That was a small pump mistake, I think. But whatever.
Oh, for attacking.
Yeah, because it's all done back to the 2. I'm used to playing with Ephemerate where it comes back immediately, so
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking in my head. I was thinking, no reason to let this go into exile just in case they at some point recur the Voidwalker.
Sure.
But anyways, yeah, you're definitely right. I actually pointed out seconds before you said that. But yes, nice call, Dan. That does appear to be the line our opponent is going with. So then we'll sack Usher presumably, and then we honestly might make another Solitude and attack Lily.
Yeah. We could also make a Lily.
Wait, no, we can't. That doesn't do this.
Oh, never mind. Artifact or creature. Sorry, I thought it was just permanent.
There's only one clone that can clone Planeswalkers.
Okay.
It's only the 2 blue one, something imposter.
Yeah, clever imposter.
Yeah.
Clever impersonator.
Only clever impersonator can copy walkers. That I'm aware of. Maybe there's some like weird commander one or whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of prefer that. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Well, it's very nice, but they're not that close to renovating anyway at this point. Oh, Spark Double. See there you go. People are naming some weird one. Yeah. Okay. I guess we should probably just copy Solitude attack.
Yeah.
So Sunbaked Canyon, Metamorph, pay 2. This Metamorph from the sideboard has been unreal.
Yeah.
I will not be making a Mox. I will be making a Solitude. Exile this. Attack Lily with the OG Solitude. Presumably they'll double block, but that's just fine. We didn't need this Plains anyway. And we maybe will get to see the power of Fair Lion Slash here. Not a joke.
Yeah.
Okay, they drew a land. Can't complain about that. So that means we kill Liana, we play Lion Slash, we pass them, then we'll charge it twice on their end step.
Yep. Although there aren't that many creatures for it.
Oh, they don't need to be creatures.
They don't need... Oh, permanent! What?
Lion Slash is a real card.
What? What?
Greg learning what Lion Slash does.
TIL, baby! I love learning.
Okay, so friend of the stream, Endozoa, has an emote on his stream where he mostly streams Auto Battlers, and the emote is a somewhat... It's a Yoshi in a like squatting position taking notes. And the emote is known as Big Learn.
Okay.
And this is a Big Learn moment for Greg. I'm a big fan of Big Learn.
Although, do you want to play the Sentinel?
Yeah, I think I do, but that's fine. We'll just charge it once. Next turn, we'll suit up the Sentinel and charge it a bunch.
Oh.
I mean, what's happening in this game is very good for us.
Yeah.
Obviously, you could think go wrong, yes, but our opponent's going to need quite a few bangers.
And we want to wait to charge. Right?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I mean, they probably can't do anything Q with just one card, but might as well wait.
Yeah, I mean, there's some legitimate scenarios. Like, what if they just draw Necromancy and target our Solitude?
Oh, sure.
Like, that's all it would take, really.
Yeah. Or, like, Ancestral Recall, you know? They probably just have more power in their deck.
Okay, so they probably just have more power in the deck. Yeah, good point. So, actually, I think I'm going to exile my own Solitude because I don't want that to happen.
Sure.
And it's the best target right now, I think. So, I don't think we have anything that gets creatures back, so it's fine. Ooh, Channeling. But I guess that would preclude equipping.
And it's a little awkward because, like, they'll just eat the thing and gain 3 life, right?
Yeah. Maybe we should just equip the Esper Sentinel attack. I kind of like that.
And we can grow it enough that it won't die?
Yeah, I believe so. So this gives it a +1 for each +1 counter on it, so it'll give it +3/+3, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we just suit up.
Okay.
And if they want to trade for Solitude, that's just fine.
Yep. If only there was an easy way to know what color that Phyrexian Fleshgorger was.
All right, so I mean, I think I'm just gonna do this twice now.
Sure.
I mean, notably, there's not much good to recur, so it's pretty safe to do. Get that Liana, that's a permanent. Get that Black Lotus, that's a nice permanent. That stops any shenanigans with like Yogg Will or whatever.
Sure.
And now if they cast a non-creature spell, we will draw a card unless they pay 4.
That's pretty nice. Supposed to hold Solitude back because they have Edict effects we know about?
Well, maybe, Dan, but if they Edict, we just sack them and keep the Lion Sash. How actually bad is that for us? It's kind of my question. So now we inflate a Solitude, but we can't make it a Solitude again.
That is awkward.
Wait. We could figure it out and make it a full-size Fleshgorger.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Okay. How confident are you?
Not that confident. Okay, wait. Should we quickly look it up? Does anyone know how Prototype works with copy effects, chat? That doesn't work? Damn.
I believe Second Path over you.
I'm not very confident. Okay, in that case, I think we just play Channeling Attack.
Okay, even though it gives them a free 3 life.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either. Because we could...
Don't play Channeling Attack?
Yeah, attack the classic post-combat Chatelaine.
Okay, many people in the chat are claiming it doesn't work.
Chat has never been wrong about this type of thing.
Okay, there's the Conference World sighting. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to main phase this here because I want to exile the Flesh Gorger.
Yeah.
Pretty likely. I mean, I probably would even just go to their turn and we'll see. Now I'm playing Chatterling.
Yeah.
And then we can see what they do. But my intent is to exile the Flesh Gorger. I don't want to let them reanimate that full size. That's one of the ways we could lose.
Yeah.
In fact, it's possible even EOTing it is a mistake because an instant speed thing could get us and like
Yeah.
we can afford to play on everything.
That seems fine.
I think I'm just going to untap, which is extremely conservative, but we're crushing them.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's eat this.
Now you could hit them with the oops emote to let them know you meant to do it before.
I'll keep that in mind. Okay, let's play Smuggler's Copter.
Sure.
And that actually pushes an extra damage with the Chatterling because we get to attack then crew it.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's not a big deal, but it is true. So we attack, then we crew. Nice little Vigilance Chatterling trick there. Chatterling definitely is great this draft. Even if the real hero of the draft we all know is Phyrexian Metamorph.
Phyrexian Metamorph out of the sideboard. What I like about it is the pack we took it from had like 4 white cards, and we're just like, let's take this blue card. You're missing the point of the crewing. It just makes Adeline 1 bigger.
Chatterling is power the number of creatures you control, so by crewing we get an extra creature, which makes Chatterling hit for 4 instead of 3.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, that was a sick draft.
Wow, that was so fun.
I mean, we just very easily trophied with Mono White. I mean, I don't think that the public queues are as stacked as the 64 mans or what have you, but
Yeah.
you know, I'll take a trophy where I can get one. I like Mono White a lot. I mean, this deck was great. I don't know. Is there anything else? I think that's about it.
I think that it might just be a short stream kind of night, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, we could in theory draft again, but I don't know. I'm okay with a little short stream.
As I've said a couple times, I'm quite sleepy, so I think we just gotta be happy with our 3-0, you know?
Yeah, so, okay, we are going to be back.
We might...
We don't know when.
Stay tuned.
We may or may not be back tomorrow, and then if we're not, we'll be back Friday, but we don't know yet which.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll be playing some format.
Nice.
Really a lot of information we have for you. We'll be back at some point playing something. So stay tuned for that.
We will be back at one of our regular times. So either tomorrow at our normal time, 10 p.m., or Friday at 2 p.m. And we're going to go raid Connorman because they raided us yesterday. And they say they're playing the best deck in the format, so I assume they're playing Scam. And Scam is great. So... Anyway, if you're watching on Twitch, enjoy Connorman's stream. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to give us a like. Subscribe to our channel. If you're watching on Twitch, consider following and subscribing to our channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you all soon, and System Magic out!